bạn nghe.
Hôm nay anh rất lạ đấy.
Tiên anh là vợ nhé. Tưởng và bảo vệ cho em, muốn cho em một cuộc sống đầy đủ.
Thực sự thì bản thân em cũng mong chờ ngày này đó. Em yêu anh và cũng muốn được ở bên anh. Nhưng cho em một thời gian nữa. Em muốn mình đã chuẩn bị mọi thứ. Khi mà đeo chữ nhất ở trên tay.
The first light of dawn filtered through the dense mist, casting a soft glow over the rolling hills where Lytutien's humble farmhouse stood. The uploaded photos reveal a tranquil courtyard, where roosters crowed softly and dew glistened on the thatched roof, the air heavy with the scent of wet grass and blooming lotus. Tutien stepped outside, her hands gripping a weathered broom as she swept the earthen floor with a steady rhythm, her breath visible in the cool morning air. After finishing, she wandered to the garden, her fingers tenderly planting vibrant marigold seeds, envisioning a burst of color to brighten her days. The photos capture this peaceful scene: farmers in wide-brimmed hats tending rice paddies, their silhouettes framed against a hazy sky, a quiet counterpoint to the unfolding drama. In the bustling town, CEO Jack entered a charming bakery, the uploaded images showcasing racks of freshly baked bread, and the warm aroma of cinnamon filling the space. He selected a delicate strawberry cake with meticulous care, his mind buzzing with intent, then added a bouquet of peach-colored peonies, their soft petals a symbol of his affection. His plan was to surprise Tutien with a gesture of devotion later that day. The photos shift to a lively restaurant, its elegant interior aglow with hanging lanterns, where Jack arrived to oversee the setup. He instructed the staff with a mix of authority and nervousness. "I need a table prepared for tonight, something intimate, with soft lighting and a view of the valley. Make it unforgettable." The workers nodded eagerly, arranging the space as he envisioned his proposal. Back at the farm, Tutien hummed a lullaby from her childhood, unaware of the brewing excitement, when her phone buzzed on the sill. "That must be Jack stopping by," she murmured, peering into the empty yard. She dialed him, her tone uncertain. "Hello, Tutien? Is that you?" "Yes, it's me. Did you try to call earlier?" Jack's voice came through, warm yet puzzled. "Yes, I visited the farm a short while ago, but you weren't there. I called and your phone was inside. Where were you?" She chuckled softly. "I was harvesting and then went to the market, but Jack, you've brought so many surprises for me," he asked curiously. "What surprises?" Tutien glanced at a basket by the door. "There's a gift basket with snacks, a scarf, and a little lantern." Jack laughed. "Oh, I assumed you left those. They were already there when I arrived." She frowned. "Oh, really?" A pause stretched between them before he continued, his voice growing earnest. "Tutien, get yourself ready. I'll come by later to take you somewhere special. I have something important to share." Her pulse quickened. "Where are we going, Jack?" he teased. "Just prepare, finish your tasks, and I'll take care of the rest when I pick you up." She agreed. "All right, I will." He added, "Keep busy and I'll be there soon." She replied, "Okay, see you then. Take care." Hanging up, she whispered, "Who could have left those gifts?" Recalling his words, "They were there when Jack came." She shook her head, her thoughts swirling with anticipation. Meanwhile, Jack slid into his car, the photos showing it parked near a florist stall alive with activity. He told his driver, "Find a bakery with unique cakes and take me there first." The driver nodded. "Yes, sir. There's one nearby. I'll drive you, then we can stop for flowers." Jack smiled. "Great. After that, head to Tutien's farm." The driver grinned. "Yes, sir." Noticing Jack's buoyant mood, the driver asked, "Boss, what's making you so cheerful today?" Jack turned. "Hey Min, how did you win over your wife?" Min chuckled. "I gave her a handmade bracelet and planned a quiet dinner. Thoughtfulness goes a long way, sir." Jack mused. "Interesting." Min probed. "Why ask, boss?" Jack waved it off, just curious. "Keep your eyes on the road," Min teased. "Found someone special, have you?" Jack retorted. "Not quite." At the florist, the photos display a riot of blooms, and a vendor suggested, "Sir, try this bouquet, elegant with peonies fresh today." Jack considered. "Let me see more options." The vendor insisted. "I'll wrap this one for you." Jack nodded. "Go ahead." He pointed to a cake. "That one, please." The vendor complied, but Jack changed his mind. "Actually, skip it." With his gifts secured, he ordered, "Now to Tutien's farm." The driver replied, "Yes, sir." And the car moved forward, the air thick with unspoken promises. The afternoon sun dipped lower in the sky, its golden rays filtering through the thinning clouds to bathe Lytutien's farm in a warm, amber glow as she finished her daily chores. The uploaded photos depict her resting on a weathered bamboo bench, the wood creaking softly under her weight, surrounded by the gentle clucking of hens pecking at the damp soil nearby. A soft breeze rustled the leaves of a nearby mango tree, carrying the earthy scent of the fields, while her mind churned with a mix of anticipation and nervous energy as she awaited Jack's arrival. The tranquility was shattered when a shadow fell across her path. Co Tone approached, his hands trembling slightly as he held a vibrant bouquet of sunlit yellow daisies, the photos capturing the striking contrast against the muted greens and browns of the farmyard. "Tutien, I picked these for you," he said, his voice low and laced with a hopeful tremor, extending the flowers with a shy, tentative smile that betrayed his inner nervousness. Her eyes widened in a sudden flash of panic, the uploaded photos freezing her startled expression as the thought of Jack arriving and witnessing this scene sent a chill down her spine. "Oh, I can't take them," she stammered, her voice quivering with unease as she stepped back, her hands raised in a polite yet firm refusal. The rejection hung heavy in the air, her cheeks flushing with a mix of embarrassment and guilt as she avoided his gaze, the daisies drooping slightly in his grasp under the weight of her words. Tone's face fell, a flicker of disappointment and hurt crossing his features, his shoulders slumping as he nodded silently and took a step back, the photos capturing the quiet rejection etched into his posture. Moments later, the low rumble of an engine broke the stillness, the uploaded images showing Jack's sleek car rolling up the muddy track, its tires crunching against the uneven ground with a steady rhythm. Tutien sprang to her feet, her heart pounding with a surge of relief, and rushed toward him with a relieved cry, "Jack!" She threw her arms around his neck, pulling him close in a desperate embrace, her voice muffled against his shoulder as she whispered his name again. With a gentle but urgent tug, she guided him toward the house, her grip tight with emotion, and once inside, she quickly shut the door, her breaths coming in short, uneven gasps. Unbeknownst to her, the hurt she'd left behind lingered outside, a silent witness to her actions. Tone stood motionless for a moment, the photos capturing his solitary figure against the fading afternoon light, his silhouette framed by the swaying branches, before he turned away with a heavy sigh and began the slow walk toward a neighboring house. Inside, he found his sister Hugh, the uploaded photos revealing a cozy interior illuminated by the soft glow of oil lamps, a birthday cake adorned with delicate sugar flowers resting on a polished wooden table. The room was filled with the faint scent of jasmine incense, adding a touch of warmth to the festive yet intimate setting. "Happy birthday, Hugh," Tone said, his voice carrying a trace of melancholy as he forced a small, strained smile, his eyes avoiding hers. Hugh's sharp, perceptive gaze narrowed as she set aside her embroidery hoop, her hands pausing mid-stitch. "Tone, what's weighing on your heart? You don't seem like yourself today," she asked softly, her tone laced with concern as she leaned forward, studying his troubled expression. He sank into a worn chair, running a hand through his disheveled hair, and exhaled deeply, the weight of his confession pressing down on him. "Hugh, I've been in love with Tutien since the moment I first saw her. She's in my thoughts all the time, while I'm working in the fields, even when I close my eyes at night." Hugh's face softened, a warm, encouraging smile breaking through her concern. "Then go after her, brother. Let your heart lead the way," she urged, her voice gentle yet firm as she reached out to touch his arm. Tone shook his head, worry carving deep lines into his forehead. "But I'm scared for her safety. I've seen Jack with rings for other women, once at a crowded market stall, another time in a parked car with a stranger. I fear he's not honest and Tutien's too pure, too trusting to see it." Hugh nodded thoughtfully, her brow furrowing as she considered his words. "Then be her protector. Offer your help, your kindness. Even if she's with someone, take a chance on your feelings. I'm overjoyed you found love. Seek someone with integrity, not just riches." Tone managed a weak, fleeting smile. "She's so generous, always aiding others without a second thought. I long to be closer to her, to show her my care." Hugh patted his hand reassuringly, her touch grounding him. "Start as her friend, build a foundation of trust. Maybe lend a hand with her harvest or repair that old shed." Tone's eyes brightened slightly. "I could bring tools tomorrow, help with the fence too. She's been struggling alone." Hugh beamed with pride. "That's a wise plan. Small gestures can open hearts. Now let's not linger on this. How about we head to a riverside restaurant to celebrate my birthday? A change of scenery might ease your mind." The photos show them rising, gathering their shawls, the emotional undercurrents swirling as they prepared to leave. Outside, the farm grew still, the weight of Tone's unvoiced love lingering like a shadow cast by the setting sun, while Jack and Tutien's evening loomed, thick with unspoken tensions and rival affections. The night cloaked the countryside in a rich, velvety shroud as Jack tenderly led Lytutien up a winding trail to a secluded hilltop restaurant, the uploaded photos unveiling a mesmerizing vista that stretched endlessly before them. Far below, the city's lights shimmered like scattered diamonds, while his polished car gleamed faintly in the distance, the images capturing the tranquil yet charged ambience. A cool breeze carried the sweet aroma of jasmine from nearby fields, mingling with the sudden burst of fireworks that lit the sky in a dazzling array of sapphire, amber, and violet. The uploaded photos highlight Tutien's wide-eyed wonder as Jack guided her to a table crafted for romance, adorned with glowing lanterns, a scattering of orchid petals, a crisp linen cloth, and the soft flicker of tea lights that danced in the wind. The distant murmur of a celebration below blended with the fireworks' pops, creating an enchanting atmosphere as he presented her with a lavish bouquet of orchids and lilies, their scent enveloping her. His voice quivered with a blend of anticipation and adoration. "Tutien, I've dreamed of this night for longer than I can say. You are my heart's anchor, my reason to believe in tomorrow. He lowered himself to one knee, the photos catching the sparkle of a golden ring as he drew it from a velvet box, its surface reflecting the firework bursts. I want to stand by you through every hardship, cherish you with all my soul, and create a life brimming with happiness. Will you marry me and share that life with me? Tears brimmed in her eyes, spilling down her cheeks like quiet streams as the uploaded photos froze her stunned, vulnerable expression beneath the radiant display above. The fireworks cast shifting hues across her face, mirroring the turmoil within. She shook her head slowly, her voice fracturing into deep, shuddering sobs that echoed faintly against the hillside, nearly drowned by the night's symphony. "Jack, I can't do this," she whispered, her hands trembling as they rose to shield her face, her body trembling with the burden of her revelation. The words tumbled out in a torrent. "As a young girl, I slipped and fell while collecting firewood in the forest. That fall left scars, and when I married, I learned I couldn't bear children. My in-laws scorned me, branded me a failure, and cast me aside to wed someone else who could fulfill their demands. I've carried that humiliation, dreading I can't give you the family you envision, that it'll crush your spirit. The village taunted me, calling me a barren branch. Those jeers still pierce my soul." Jack's gaze softened with profound compassion, the photos capturing his gentle reach across the table to envelop her shaking hands in his. He held them with a steady, tender grip, his voice rich with unwavering devotion. "Tutien, I love you for the extraordinary soul you are, not for what you might provide in children. If we yearn for a family we can adopt. There are so many little ones waiting for a love like ours. I'll seek out the best medical experts, and with today's miracles, there may still be a chance for us. Your past is but a shadow. It doesn't shape our destiny. All I desire is you beside me, now and forever." She wept more fiercely, her shoulders quaking, overwhelmed by his pledge yet anchored by a gnawing uncertainty. "Your love humbles me, Jack, but I'm not ready for this ring. Please hold on to it a while longer. I need time to find my courage, to consult a doctor, to nurture the hope I might one day give you a child." Jack nodded, a reverent light in his eyes, the photos showing him tenderly tucking the ring back into its box with a protective caress. "I honor your decision with every fiber of my being, Tutien. This ring is yours alone, and I'll safeguard it until the day I can place it on your hand with your consent. I'll be your strength through every struggle, every tear, every doubt. I know you fret about my aunt. She's a woman of gentle wisdom who's known loss, and she'd welcome you with open arms. This doesn't trouble me. We'll carve our own joy step by step." Tutien managed a tremulous, tear-soaked smile through her sobs, the fireworks dwindling to a soft echo, her heart a crucible of gratitude, fear, and fragile aspiration. She murmured faintly, "Thank you, Jack. I need to be sure, for us both, for what lies ahead." He drew closer, his voice a warm refuge against the night's chill. "Take all the time you require, my dearest. I'll wait patiently and we'll face this together. Every consultation, every choice, every moment of uncertainty. My aunt will adore you. Her heart has room for our story." The uploaded photos frame them in close proximity, the night enfolding them like a gentle embrace, the city lights a faint shimmer beyond. Tutien nodded, her determination solidifying through her tears. "I'll see a doctor soon, perhaps by month's end. I must know if hope remains." Jack clasped her hand, his touch firm and comforting. "I'll accompany you to every visit, every outcome. We'll shape our future with or without children, as long as we're united. If adoption calls, we'll select a child with care. Or if medicine opens a door, we'll walk through it together." The air grew hushed, the final firework fading into silence, leaving only the whisper of leaves and their shared breaths. Tutien's voice steadied. "I've longed to be a mother, to offer the love I was denied as a child. If that's not possible, I'll give that love to you and any child we welcome." Jack's eyes shimmered with emotion, And I'll devote my love to you, to our family, in whatever form it takes. We'll build a home of warmth, free from others' judgments. The photos linger on them at the table, hands entwined, the night deepening around them. She added, I should tell my brother. He needs to understand before we proceed. He nodded. We'll visit him together. I'll explain, stand with you. He'll see our bond is true. Tutien inhaled deeply, the burden easing slightly. Thank you, Jack. Your understanding lifts me. He smiled, wiping a tear from her cheek. It's not understanding, it's love. We'll grow stronger with each challenge. The photos capture their final embrace under a starlit sky.
I felt like a burned-out survivor of war. I was just making time until I could join Jack. After all, at 54, what did I have to looking forward to? The future was black. The waiter approached my table, asking if I needed anything. To my surprise, I said, yes, if you know anyone here who is a recent widow or widower, I would appreciate talking to her or him. Again, to my surprise, she told me about Phyllis, a sparse health director who had lost her husband several months before. I invited Phyllis to have lunch with me the next day, and we quickly established some common ground. We were about 10 years apart in age, but she had also been with her husband for about 50 years. She talked of how they met and what their life had been like. And I could tell by her stories and the warmth of her tone of voice that she, too, had a happy marriage.